representation, but Raffi-X is definitely on the forefront of it.
Yeah.
However, this is a grappler with projectile-oriented zoning. It's a very awkward combo for a big-body character like Rob, and all the qualities that Rosalina and Luma loves to take advantage of.
And especially for Raffi-X, you know, a lot of people remember back at Civil War, actually, where he was facing, I believe, ESAMs in, you know, like top 32, something like that. Beefed it by not going for an up throw, like 135-ish% or something like that, and that was kind of like the peak of Raffi-X, so a lot of people like to remember. But Raffi's still out here, he's still fighting, he's going off against UtopianRay right now. He's already racked up a good chunk of percent. He's been using those auto-cancel nairs to make good use of spacing himself around Luma and also hitting both Rosalina at the same time.
Yeah, Rob is able to take up a lot of space in the air, and I feel like it's one of the better qualities of Rob in this particular matchup, because Raffi doesn't really have to go out of his way to abuse Luma. He's going to be able to use the laser beam and the gyro to pressure Rosa and make sure UtopianRay is constantly on his toes, and then his hitboxes take up so much room that Luma is not going to really be able to interrupt a lot of it. However, this is UtopianRay we're talking about, and this is a player who's been on the forefront of defending the Northeast from tons of talent, just recently seeing a fantastic week during the Japanese invasion, but he's going to start to take some of that talent right here to New England, because Raffi's doing a fine job in the beginning of this game one.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I was giving him the beef for not going for that up throw on ESAM, but right here on UtopianRay, he had it right on the money, perfect percentage. Going to kill UtopianRay on the top right there. But speaking of UtopianRay, I mean, let's get a little bit of info for the viewers about this person. What's this all about?
So, UtopianRay, currently number 6 on New York's PR, although that's subject to maybe bump a couple of numbers, because he's been performing fantastically in the Empire State. And he's been doing a really good job of just showcasing what Rosalina is all about, from the good, the bad, the ugly. He's also been able to really showcase how Rosa can do just a fine job without Luma. He plays patiently, he waits for his opportunity, he knows when to spring up on his opponent. And on a stage like Smashville, I feel like once he gets that center stage, once he starts to take all that space away from Raffi, you really get to see that exemplary play out of UtopianRay, because he's able to just use all these tools, all the possible ledge traps he can, and clutch the win.
Speaking of that, goes out there with the back air, so able to kill Raffi fairly easily, but Raffi did rack up a good amount of percent. He's going to look for that spike, knowing that Rosalina doesn't have a hitbox on the way up, but just ow.
A slam, but where did Ray go?
He got absolutely control, alt deleted. I just gonna take a second peek at it right here. Just, you're gonna roll in, aren't you? No, he doesn't need the neutral getup. He just caught him. That's actually good placement of the up smash as well, right? He seemed almost as if he was a little too far to the right, but was able to just nick UtopianRay and get the up smash.
Thought Rosalina didn't have to worry about Luma. A really solid game one from Raffi-X. And game two bringing us to Town and City. I feel like this is a pretty odd stage pick from Ray, just because this is a stage that Rob can also perform really well on.
Right, go for your beat boop at like 50%. He has a little bit of rage, find yourself dying at what would be considered pretty ridiculous percents, but this stage allows that to happen. Similarly, if Rosa starts getting those up air juggles, you know what can happen.
Of course, Rosa infamous for what she can do with up air strings, and of course what Luma's capable of with a little bit of rage. So even if Ray doesn't win out in these trades, he's building that damage, he's trying to assert some sort of stage control, and he can ultimately steal stocks really well, especially if Raffi can't close out those clutch kills.
And we're noticing that Raffi, time and time again, this time the beat boop is going to kill, but he has been pressuring relentlessly. All scenarios, even if he misses the down air, misses the conversion, he keeps putting the sweat and fear into UtopianRay.
Quick dash attack, trying to assert stage control. He's going to keep control of the ledge, and he's just going to keep on going for these grabs. Rob's options on the ledge kind of slow, very well choreographed. So Rosa has plenty of time to pick out what's going to happen here. Right, trying to bring this battle more off stage. At the very least, it's going to build up more damage, but he needs to start taking those stocks.
And there we go, manages to keep him alive there for a second, but UtopianRay trying to find the conversion. That's not going to be enough. Going to go ahead and tack on a little bit more damage. We're actually seeing UtopianRay struggling a little bit to get this kill.
I find it odd, too, because Ray typically does well against item-oriented characters, much like Mega Man, Diddy Kong, and Rob kind of sits on the lower end of that spectrum of capabilities of a character that can use their items and projectiles. And I feel like Raffi's doing a good job of just playing it out. He's not looking to get anything cheesy. He's looking to keep things very simple. Go for the grabs when he gets them. Just go for the damage where he can. He's not giving Ray any room to find error in his play.
You're seeing chasing UtopianRay on the platform. Going to get a little bit of a trade there, but of course that is in Raffi's favor. And now I want to see a little bit, there we go, some ledge trap from UtopianRay. And as I say, it gets the jab conversion, but no Luma. Once again, doesn't quite get strong hit. That up smash will be enough to finally kill Raffi. Only 48%. That's really easy. That's one up or up till, you know, some up airs, you're good.
Yeah, and even at that, sitting at this lower percentage threshold is really good for UtopianRay because now he's starting to clock in a little bit of rage. That little bit of help in the knockback is going to help him with asserting more juggle pressure where he can. He just needs to be able to take the ground away from Raffi because right now, Raffi's not letting go of an inch of this platform.
And the most terrifying thing any player in New England will tell you is that even though on a lot of characters the beat beat is a 50-50, against Raffi-X, it's a guaranteed combo. He guesses right every single time.
Right now, UtopianRay trying to make this man guess wrong as best as he can. He's doing a fantastic job of making sure that he doesn't really build up too much damage in these trades with Raffi. And he's built up a fair amount of percentage to the point where this is looking fairly even. However, returning to the stage is going to get a little daunting here. Raffi not going to chase him off despite the lack of recovery.
Wow. Raffi with the call out of the century, right?
Amazing play. Job well done. Listen, New England may meme on your boy, but he's doing a great job of defending the house. A very clean 2-0 over UtopianRay.
Yeah, it just takes the time. Wow, we are really deep in there.
I mean, listen, at this point in the bracket, everyone's really fiending for this.
It's true.
So everyone's going to be swinging with all they've got.
Every single weapon at their disposal. And, you know, for Rob and Rosalina, those are two characters that can be very ledge trap heavy, right? They may not necessarily be Diddy Kong, but if, as we saw toward the end of that second game, actually,